YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl Jahira, and I am back with yet another book review. Now, for those of you who subscribe to my channel, I realize it's been a while since I've done a book review, and it's not that I haven't been reading, because God knows reading is my anti-drug, but I've always said that I only wanted to give you the very best, and people, when I tell you that the very best is about to be reviewed, you got to take my word for it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you Breaking Night, a memoir of forgiveness, survival, and my journey from homeless to Harvard by Liz Murray. Now, if the name Liz Murray is ringing a bell with you, you may remember the Lifetime movie Homeless to Harvard, the Liz Murray story, starring Thora Birch from a few years ago, or you may remember the half-hour special on 2020 in which Liz Murray was interviewed and her life was discussed. This is her debut memoir. It's her debut book, the first one that she's ever wrote. And I cannot say enough about this book. First of all, let's start with the title, Breaking Night. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the term, Breaking Night refers to basically staying out all night until, the sun comes up. And it has to be said that I picked up this book yesterday, started reading it at around 9:45 last night, and put it down with tears coursing down my face at 6:30 this morning. Yes, y'all, I broke night to Breaking Night. I am forever changed as a result of this, and it has to be said that I was not expecting to be as transformed and enlightened and illuminated by a piece of work the way I was by this book at all. I mean, I picked it up sort of with the intention of, it seems like a good idea. It's a new book. It's a, debut by a new author. I had seen the movie. I figured, maybe I can fill in some blanks that the movie didn't cover. It was very innocuous, my intentions. But what I got, people, was so life-affirming and so revolutionizing to the way I've looked at my life, the way I've looked at society, the way I've viewed being homeless. I cannot say enough about this book. It is 329 pages, so it's not War and Peace. You can get through it. The print, I don't know if y'all can see this. I mean, you might have to bust out the reading glasses for it, but trust me, it's well worth it. Now, to get into the meat of the story, Liz Murray was born in the Bronx to cocaine-addicted parents, living hand-to-mouth in abject poverty. And this is the story of how she overcame seemingly insurmountable odds and found triumph in the face of tragedy. And believe me, my description of this book is not even doing it justice. For this to be, the first piece of work that she's put out to the public, her style of writing is, as far as I'm concerned, unparalleled. I kept waiting for the moment where, she'd be asking people to pity her. I kept waiting for the moment where she'd become preachy. I've never been so happy to be wrong, because those moments never came. And in terms of, once again, stylistically, if you've read memoirs and you've read autobiographies, I personally tend to devour autobiographies. I love, learning about people's thought processes and what led them to make the decisions that they've made throughout their lives. A lot of times you can find that many authors will sort of speak at you, to the point of where you really feel a sense of separation between you and the author. What Liz did, and I'm sure it was unintentional because it comes across as so genuine, was put me in the mindset of her and I sitting at a Starbucks somewhere with her telling me this story. It really does feel like you are getting a door opened into the inner workings of someone else's life. And this is simply the way that she writes. It became so deeply personal for me. And granted, I'm probably biased because, you know, I've struggled with issues of addiction. I've struggled with issues of homelessness. But I feel that anybody and everybody can draw something from this book. It is completely relatable. I mean, even if you haven't dealt with the exact same circumstances, anybody who's going through anything in their lives, you know, the one thing that you can take away from this book, there's plenty that you can, but the one thing, and I'm going to try to, you know, formulate a synopsis, is that, you know, you can't always control the circumstances that you're in. You can't always control everything that happens around you, but what you can control is how you react to it and what you do with the hand that you've been given. And the fact that we're constantly surrounded by choices and decisions, and it's those decisions that we make that shape the person that we are. I am forever changed as a result of this book, and I sincerely believe that you will be too. It is, and congratulations to Liz Murray, should she ever see this. Her book just hit the New York Times bestseller list on September 15th. It is a relatively new book. I'm personally making it my mission to see it come to #1 on the Times bestseller list, because this is a book, buy it for yourself and be changed. Buy it for someone you love and watch them change. If you're open to, you know, going to the next level of introspection, and you have a desire to be that much of a better person, I promise you, screw the self-help aisle. Breaking Night is where it's at. Because you cannot read this book and feel nothing. That's what you need to know. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. It is retailing for, I believe, $24.99. Pardon me. But at barnesandnoble.com right now, you can buy it online for $14.11. And if you spend $25 or more, the shipping is free, people. And you already know I'm including the link below. Breaking Night, Liz Murray. Be transformed, be renewed, be empowered, be enlightened, be enthralled. It's all in here. For 329 pages and $14, it's a small price to pay for what you'll get out of it. I promise you that. Hit me up. If you've read the book, if you're looking to read the book, you already know what to do, people. Comment, video comments, whatever the case may be. I'm open to it all. Stay tuned, stay locked right here for yet another book review. It will be coming at you soon, and baby, best believe Jahira is back and not going nowhere. Breaking Night. Breaking Night. Liz Murray. This is where it's at. One love.
But I won't